Let's do another podcast episode. Who was that? Sorry, I got distracted by someone. I'm recording this in the news booth in the studio where I work, and as you know, I just have a complete glass wall, and I can see everyone walking by. And last episode, or a couple of episodes ago, I had two ridiculously hot football players. And then there was 20 minutes of podcast chat about who they were and stalking them on Instagram. So, wow, riveting content. My name's Christian Hull. This is Complete Drivel. Hamish and Andy are just right there, standing right there. Oof, it's very intimidating. Oh, are they going to wave at me? No. Who's in the news booth? Sorry, that really put me off. What was I saying? My name of my podcast. It's just a lot of shit. But what I wanted to talk about today was an app. An app idea. I've come up with a really great. Is it an app idea? No, it's just No, it's not even. No, it's not. Why did I write that down? Oh, I did something to my dad's ute. I had to say it like that. To me dad's ute. Oh, I did something to me dad's ute and all you knows. Being the posh, eloquent speaking human being that I am, and a massive gay, a big outdoorsy ute doesn't really go with my personality. And I did something to my dad's car that he specifically told me not to do, but I don't know how a petrol station works. Filled it up with the wrong petrol, and then hilarity ensued. I'm just looking at my notes that I've written on my phone. Parents catching vomit in their hands. I've got a story for you about that one. Oh my God. I saw a mother. I was on a main road and I saw the most revolting but classic parental moment happen on the side of the road, on the side of a very busy road, and I wasn't the only one to witness. It involves bodily fluids, okay? And I want to talk about that. But first, I did a video. Well, in a recent podcast, I spoke about the fart app. And do you want to come in? No, come in. Yeah, you can. It's the producer for Hamish and Andy wanted to make a secret phone call, but I'm in the secret phone call booth. I did a farting app. You just tap it and it farts. Hilarious. And then I was reading some of the comments and I realized someone said, "Have you ever done an internal fart?" Yes, we've all done an internal fart. We've all farted internally. You know when you're in a meeting and you really need to fart, or go to the bathroom, and you just clench it in, that fart will go away. But it doesn't go away quietly. It goes, and it goes like back inside of you. So weird. Ooh, there's a fart in you. And you'll be sitting there and it's like you've got the classic stomach sort of rumbling pains, and then you have the fart gastric pain sound. So like the sound of your stomach is like it's, you can tell, and it's sort of up here. It's like up. The sound comes from your chest almost. But then when a fart goes back inside of you, it's like this gong. You know exactly what it is. There's been so many times where I've internally farted, gong, and gone, oh, geez, I'm hungry, to try and pretend that it was the stomach pain. Wasn't. Was definitely a fart that I needed to do that I just... Isn't it weird that your body goes, all right, it like tries to push it out for you, like, go, Christian, fart! And then you clench, you're like, no, body, no. Christian, you will not fart. You're not farting now. And your body goes, well, I tried my best. And then like the fart goes for a walk. Gong. And just but then then you don't need to fart anymore. It's like, well, where the hell has it gone? Like, is there just air in your like intestines? Like, what's going on? Anyway, someone commented on the fart video I put on Facebook about internal farts. I never thought about it until then. So That filled 5 minutes of content talking about farts. Oh, sorry, there's people staring at me. It's really off-putting. Farah. Yeah, you know who you are. Well, I did just name you. So you know who you are. Farah. I love her. She's really lovely. Okay, what have I got down here? Speaking of the fart app, I came up with the idea of it's like a burp app. The different types of burp. Actually, I'm going to look that up and see if that exists, first of all. And while I look it up, I came up with a idea for a great quiz. Burp app. Burps. The most disturbing burp app ever. Yes! Oh my God, I found something. It's only got 3 stars. But what I thought of a great BuzzFeedy style quiz is someone eats something and burps, and from the sound of the burp, you have to guess what the food was. Once I get this burp app, we can discuss what we think these burps are for. Here we go. Like, for example, this is called a 2-for-1 burp. Oh my God. Hold on, I need to put my headphones on. I'm filming this. Finally, I've gotten back to filming, but I don't like filming with my... Oh no, that looks professional. No, I just don't like filming with my headphones on because it makes my head look a lot fatter. And these are the wrong headphones. Oh, that might help. Hold on. There's a particular pair, and it's the only pair that work. There we go. Hello. I can hear myself in my headphones. I sound so much more professional wearing headphones. Okay. You know, earlier in the podcast, I was like, oh, who's that guy? Well, now I have a clear eye line to him, and I will be undressing him with my eyes. I'm doing that right now. He's lovely brown hair. He's Caucasian. He looks a little bit nerdy, wearing a sort of a Gaultier stripe. Gaultier? Jean-Paul Gaultier, not the singer. Top, I think he's being taught how to panel. Oh, I'll teach him how to panel. Yeah, just slide your finger on this slider thing. Radio people will know what I'm saying. It's a slider. I'm not talking about sliding a finger anywhere else. Or am I? I was. Okay, let's do this burp thing again. Okay, 2-for-1. Don't you love the person that created this burp app is just, I'm just going to record myself burping, put it on the App Store, make a fortune. Okay, this is called, they've already labelled the burps. Beer burp. Oh, he talks. Okay. This one's called boobies. I'm assuming he says boobies. I can talk burp. Here, I'll give you an example. You have to swallow the air. Oh my God, I think I just threw up a bit. Oh, that was disgusting. That was a really gross one. Anyway, this one's called Okay, well, this isn't as fun as the fart one. Fake burp. Oh, that's boring. Girls burp. Sexist. The girls' burps are usually worse than the boys. This one's called in and out. That was really aggressive. How do you burp in and out? No, I can't. I can't do it. Kitty burp. Oh, well, that's no fun. Long and strong. Oh, I do love it, long and strong. As I look directly to that young man over there who's paneling. Yep, hi. You can't see me. Manly burp. Oh, here we go. The girls one is, girls burp. Here's a girls burp. Girls burp's so good. Love a girl burp. This is called pretty standard. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Reverse. Okay, that sounds like a horror movie. 2 at a time. All right, this with some kick. Record. Oh my God, you could. There's one called record your own burp. I can record my own burp. Okay, hold on. Here we go. That didn't record. It just comes up with enter burp name first. Annoying. That was a really good one. I'll call this Trish. Trish. Okay, done. Yes, return. Burps. Okay, access the microphone. Here we go. Oh, is it recording now? Oh, for far out. Not now. This is called the Trish. There's probably a lot of me arguing at the front. Access the microphone. Here we go. Oh, is it recording now? Oh, for far out. Not now. Such a good one. That was a really good one. I need to do it again. Record your own burp. Record. Okay, this one's called Trish Take 2. Now, before I hit return, I've got to... Because as soon as I hit enter on the naming thing, it starts recording me. Oh my God, that was so good. Here we go. Trish Take 2. Okay. Anyway, that's the burp app. How much? Oh, that was another 7 minutes of content. Oh my God. I am just on a roll with great content. God, I wonder how many people tuned out over that. But no, I really want to see if there's a BuzzFeed quiz. Let me just do a quick Google, right? Because I want to see it's guess the food burp. Oh, now I'm really gassy. Gong. That was my stomach. Guess the food burp. I'm just having a look online. We can play a game. Guess the food burp. Guess the food. No, guess the food burp. Anyway, let me just do best BuzzFeed quiz. We'll save that for the end. And I got 15 BuzzFeed quizzes to take if you literally have nothing better to do. Oh, 10 BuzzFeed quizzes you need. Oh, see, I just want a good one. Anyway, I got a message on the Twitters and it said, it was from this amazing person named Aaron, who's, now you might know from earlier episodes, I get shitty with people's Twitter handles because they're not their name. They're like Pixie Fairy Dust 1144329999. Like, come on, get a good Twitter handle. Got it for life. And as more babies are being born, more Twitter handles are going to be taken up, and it's going to really limit your options. So I said to people, I want your first name, your last name, and 69. And Aaron had obviously heard that. And he is Aaron Sattler, 69. Thank you so much, Aaron, for your tweet. What's the most cringeworthy Tinder? He asked. Now, I've never really had any cringeworthy. I've never had really cringeworthy. I'm just trying to think. Grindr is where I've gotten a lot of eggplant emojis. I really should have thought about this before going into it. I'm going to hit pause. No, am I going to hit pause? No, let's just talk it out. I've still got another 9 minutes to fill. So what would be some cringeworthy... I need to burp again. Looks like that air that's still trapped in my stomach. There we go. Well, see, I've gone over to people's houses before and, like, you open the door and you're like, oh, so disappointed because the photos that they've sent you are definitely not current or relevant. And I'm not going to lie, I used to do that. I used to be like, God, that photo of me 3 years ago is so much hotter. I'm just going to send them that one. Then they come over and they're like, well, how many burgers have you had since you sent me that photo? I was like, oh, 400 to 500. I haven't had any cringeworthy ones. I've had awkward ones where I've had people, how would I put this nicely? Come over. Come over. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, guys? Why am I turning into a bogan? I really need to plan these stories. Oh, that's really annoying. Look, the answer to the question is no. I love that I go through Twitter for questions and I'm like, oh, Aaron asks, do you have a cringeworthy grinder story? Thanks for the question, Aaron. No, I don't. Thanks for listening to the podcast. 60 seconds long. Please tweet your questions in at Christian Hull. Dun, 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 dun. He'll pick a question without preparing. The answer might be no. The podcast will be extra boring because there's no content in this segment. Let me see, have I got a grinder story that's interesting? A lot of people want dick chat. They just want general dick chat. And I've done 80, this is the 83rd episode, and I've done so much dick chat already. I think I'm out of dick chat. I did the fireman story. You got to find that. That'll be somewhere. Did I do the fireman story? Yeah. Fireman rocked up in uniform. If you haven't heard that one, there's a story for you on a podcast somewhere. I've done the one I had group. Bit of group action. I was told that one. I was supposed to be like 16 people. Apparently, 16 people were supposed to show up. I know, such a whore. I wish they did. Oh, that would have been fun. Would it have, though? Because only 4 people showed up. So 3 others other than me. And it was really awkward. And I was like, oh, God, what do I do? Like, I'm just going to have to do something. Oh, my God. Such a letdown. And also, during it, right, the house, we were on the second level. It was a house and it was 2 floors. And so we got on the second level. They didn't shut the curtains and the walls were glass and you could just see on the road. And like people walking past, sorry, I'm getting texts from Grindr. It's not, it's work. And people could just look up and see like nudity. But see, the problem was because the lights were all on in the house and it was night outside, we couldn't see out. We couldn't see if anyone was watching. So where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in knowing that random people are watching you? It's not. It's weird. It was when I had to stand back from the window because I just didn't feel comfortable doing things. And maybe like small children could walk past. So I was like, hi, I'm going to use one of the other 7 rooms that doesn't have access to like the front of the road where everyone can see driving past. Other dick stories. I'm just thinking back to my Newcastle days. Newcastle days were my really whore days. I told you, yeah, I've already done the one where it was like I thought the guy was going to kill me, but then I turned it around and I slept with him. I thought he was just nothing. He had nothing. He didn't want a bar of it. But then I got myself into such an awkward situation where it was late at night in Newcastle. I was going for a walk along the beach, but it was like along the esplanade where the road is. And then there was this guy having a beer. And I was like, I know what he's out here for. He's out here for a bit of sexy time. Sat down, we chatted, and then I was like, okay, well, we've chatted enough. Do you want to go and, do what we came here to do? And he goes, oh, what? And I was like, oh, shit. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I was like, oh my God. Do I say drugs or do I say gay sex? Well, it wasn't fully sex. It was just fun times with our mouths. And turned out he didn't want either. And as I went to walk away, going, oh, I'm so sorry about that. He was like, oh, I got a room at the pub just here. I was like, fine, let's do it. Yep. That's right. High five. I've really got I really want a new dick story. I'm going to have to go out. I'm just going to have to go out and haul myself around Melbourne and create some more dick stories for you. I went to VidCon on the weekend. It was so amazing. VidCon is a big video conference. Oh, I know, right? You'd never get it from the title. And it was a lot of, heaps of YouTubers were there. And it was so good. And I met everyone and had the best time. And my friend, Tanya Hennessy, yeah, besties, she's pretty famous. A lot of people were getting photos with her and I was like, oh my God, do you know who I am? And everyone's like, no, who are you? And I was like, damn it. I'm Tyler Oakley. Look at me. For a lot of my listeners who don't watch YouTube videos, he's a very famous YouTuber. Yeah. He's also the same height as me, but about 1/3 my size. I saw him. Oh, no. I won't reveal that information. Some things I shouldn't say. Yeah, it was great. I think I had a story about VidCon. No, I went to the after. Oh, okay. The story I have is a classic I'm 30 story. So we went to the launch party of VidCon where there were always like huge names: Grace Helbig, Tyler Oakley, Ricky Dillon. All these big YouTubers were there. Now, if you're not in the YouTube scene or you just don't watch much YouTube, you'll be like, oh, I don't know these people. These people are like the Katy Perry and Lady Gaga of YouTube. So I was like, oh, imagine going to a launch party with Lady Gaga and Beyonce there. Like, whoa, wouldn't you froth? So all these people there. And of course, I'm like, I am a respectable. I'm not going to go up and embarrass myself. But that's what they were there for. I really wanted to go and say hi. But I felt, you fangirl over someone. You're like, do I go and say hi? Will they get annoyed? So I didn't. I hid in the corner. I sat down and had myself a water because I'm 30 and boring. And then I was with Tanya and it was like, oh, Jesus, it's late, isn't it? It's 10:30. No, it wasn't. It was 10. It's 10 o'clock because I got home at about 10:45. I got home about 10:10. Don't you love how the British talk? What do they say? It's 25. No, what do they say? 20. It's not 20 past 10. It's 2010. No, they don't. What do the British say? The weird 40 to 10, 40. No, anyway. What you doing over there, Christian? Come over here and have a drink with me. I'm really good at accents. And then we went home, went to bed, and we were tired because we were 10 o'clock. We got there at like 8 and then left at 10. 2 hours at a launch event. Sitting down is long enough. Ain't it? It long enough, ain't it? It's so, ain't it? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? British. Come over here and try me potatoes. Christian, come over here. Try me potatoes. They're really delicious. I covered them in cheese. Irish. I've got code words to get into accents. Socks, fish and chops. Oh, mate, bro, come over here. I've got a stinner. I can't carry on the accent. New Zealand's hard. I've got a stinner, bro. Yeah, bro. That's the only words I can say. Yeah. Oh, it's delicious, mate. No. New Zealand. That was New Zealand. That was bad. That's really, I can't really do any others because it's considered highly racist. Oh, no, don't. Christian, don't. Let me go into... No, did I want to talk about... Oh, my God. Okay. I wanted to talk about what I saw when okay. Oh, no, here's a dick story. I was in a park. Yeah, in a park. Sometimes I think I need to be a good role model and not tell these stories. But then I'm like... Oh, what else am I going to fill this podcast with? I've got no other life other than searching for eggplants and walking around parks. Anyway, so I was in a park, right? I was actually going to someone's house, but I had to walk through a park. Such bullshit. Anyway, so I was sitting on a park bench and I noticed this car like violently pull up on the side of the road. And it's quite a busy intersection. And this mum jumps out. And I'm like, oh my God, is everything okay? Do I need to help? What's going on over there? And she just she reaches in. I'm like, okay, she's going to get her kid. And I was like, oh, is everything all right? Like something is seriously wrong. Like the mother is panicking. And she literally like picks up her daughter, who's probably about 3. And so imagine the mother has picked up her daughter. She's wearing a dress and sort of like stockingsy thingsies. And she's picked up no nappy. Okay, you know where this is going. She's picked up her daughter like under the arms and then lifted her legs up like she's folded her in half and sort of held her out in front of her. And the daughter just shat and pissed. Like it was like an emergency shit situation. Go, no time. Like they pulled up on the road. The daughter was obviously like, I don't know. How do you get to a point where like she knows she's going to shit herself, and the mum knows she's going to shit herself, and it was like, it was so disgusting. I was like, that's fine. Shit on the side of the road. That's so fine. I get that. Don't shit in your beautiful BMW car. Like, good work, Mum. You got it. Like, literally, just in time. Like, as soon as stockings came off, Mum folded Kid in half and just everything exploded out of her. It was so disgusting. After that, I was like, yes, I no longer wish to be in this park looking for said things. And so I left. But just clap it out, Mum. Emergency wee and poo for the daughter. She got it in the nick of time, and I'd never heard of that happening ever before or seeing it. But you know what? When I see mothers do things that I think are weird and different, turns out they're not weird and different. And that's one thing I've learned by doing my Trish Mum character is mums aren't weird and different. They're all exactly the same. And there's always a shit incident. Right? So my parents used to catch our throw up in our hands. Like when we would drive somewhere, there was no time to stop to throw up because we got car sick as kids. 4 of us in a car. One threw up, it set us all off. And Mum and Dad were like, we don't want to be in this car with these kids. Let's just get to the destination. They can shit, they can throw up, they can do whatever. We'll just catch it in our hand. And what Dad would do is catch it in our hat. Catch our throw up in the hat. I remember that. And then we'd look over and we'd see Nick throwing up and we'd be like, and then the smell, even me thinking about it now. Oh, I have that weird taste in my mouth. Oh, it's so gross. There was an incident when we were all in the plane going to Fiji, and as we were landing, Nick, it's always Nick, he's afraid of heights, he's got a weak stomach. We were landing and he got motion sickness in a plane. Can you get that? That was a thing. And he's like, I'm going to be sick, but we're landing and we've got no sick bag. No one can come and help. So Dad cupped his hands and Nick threw up into my father's hands and we landed and people started getting off and we waited and Dad said to one of the stewards, excuse me, I'm just going to use the bathroom. Do you just don't have something I can just put this in for the moment? And it was so disgusting. He held my brother's throw up in his hands for literally about, I would say, at least 7 to 10 minutes. What a sick bastard my father is. What a disgusting, gross human being. Wonderful dad, but yuck. Put it in the bin. Just let him throw up on the floor. Although Dad did work in the airline industry, so he knew that he's probably had to clean up throw up before from people that didn't throw up in a bag. So he's been courteous to the staff at the time. So, Nick, here, throw up into my hands. As a child, I would never have thrown up into my parents' hands. Oh, speaking of my brother... going to answer this phone and then we'll finish this up. Hey, mate. It's Tim.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, great. What do you want? I'm recording a podcast.
Good. Are you on Tribe?
No.
Would you consider it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you can register.
Yeah, I've got, humble brag here, I've got 23,000 on Instagram.
Yeah, they do Facebook too, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know Jules
Lund?
Lund?
I just went to a presentation with them. I know it's Jules.
Did you say hi to Jules?
I'm using them for crafty.
Huh? Did you see Jules?
No. It was guys investing in the business, actually.
Oh, okay. So just for everyone at home, just a bit shushy. Tribe is a business started by, look, I would say friend. Jules wouldn't call me a friend. Jules Lund. We used to work together, and it's for social media people like myself, and you can make money from it. And so you went to a conference.
No, it wasn't a conference. The guy came in and actually just presented to us what Tribe was for the team.
Oh, wow.
So then I was taking notes and asking him questions for crafty.
Okay, just remember.
Can you do cheaper options?
Just remember.
What kind of influence do you have? It was just so funny because it's like, yeah, all the questions.
Just remember, this is people from your work might hear this.
Oh well, beep, edit that. I don't know who this is.
Oh no, it's my brother Adrian.
It's fine. I'm Nick.
What else has been going on that you can say on a podcast?
Oh, the other one is well, I mean, I was going to call and talk to you, but if you're recording this off of the podcast, then it's probably kind of boring. Oh, yeah, actually, no. I got a good story for the podcast, actually.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
So, well, actually, I don't know, that's not that great. I'm oversold it. But
have you not listened to any episodes?
We're at work today, and our CEO's dog was in the office, and he was walking around this morning, and he went over to our desk, smelled our dog, because we had our dog over the day before, and he pooed under Jenny's desk. And
Jenny is Tim's girlfriend.
And then Sean, our CEO, found out. So we then got at 12 a whole bouquet of flowers was sent through, and the note reads, "I'm sorry for going poo under your desk. Sean's mortified. Jet."
Oh, that's cute.
So yeah.
Well,
That's what I was going to call to tell you about. Funnily enough.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a 10 out of 10 story, but you can abuse that power and just say that next time the dog's in, that he's pooed under your desk this time.
Yeah, well, then I was like, people are just going to start chucking poo under their desk so they can get flowers and things in the box.
The next minute, people are just going to the toilet, pooing in their hand and putting it under the desk.
I was like, oh my God, there's human size shit under the desk.
Oh my God, that's so...
What the fuck is that? Well, it's proportionate to the gift, right? I mean, that's a giant poo. What am I getting?
I think I've got a story for you, and I may have done it really recently on an episode, or I just told a friend. Now, I was listening to Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, which is the breakfast show here in Melbourne with Nova, Chrissy Swan, and Peter Rosethorpe. Are you in a tornado?
I'm in a wind tunnel. It's gone. It's died down a bit now.
It's just really annoying. Okay, I'm just going to move
I'll just hang up on me. That's all right.
No. I want you to hear the story because it's amazing, right? And then we'll finish the podcast. Okay, I'm just going to move the phone away from the mic so you can't hear that wind story. Oh yeah, put it on mute. Great, he's put it on mute. But then put it on unmute when you hear the punchline. So Peter Rosethorne, who plays Tim, you might have to come off mute. What's the partner of Kim and Kath and Kim? Brett. So Peter Rosethorne, who plays Brett.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Brett, I just said it, you moron. Go back on mute.
Yep.
Oh my God, this is the most irritating thing to listen to. So he was on the breakfast show. He was telling this story. It's the most amazing shitting story. May have already told it. Who cares? Listen again. So a friend of his really needed to poo, and he was going along this road, and he finally found this sort of rest stop. And so he like waddles up. And he's like, quickly. And he's like, damn it, the male bathroom's locked. So he runs over to the female one. He's like, damn it, the female bathroom's locked. So he goes around the back of the building. He's like, I just got to do it. Like, no one's sort of here. I just have to shit on the floor. And everything will be okay. So he pulls his pants down, shits on the floor at the back of this, like it's outdoors. And as he's sort of like pulling his pants back up, he sees this dog running toward him. So it comes around the corner, he sees this dog, and he's like frantically pulling his pants up because he's like, obviously there'll be an owner coming around the corner. So he's pulling his pants up, and he gets his pants up, and he's like, okay, I've got it. Okay, great. And the owner walks around and sees this guy. He's okay. His pants are up. He's shat him on the floor. No one's the wiser. Anyway, he's like talking to the dog and talking to the owner, and then the owner of the dog gets out a bag, right? Picks up his shit because he thought it was the dog's poo. Isn't that amazing?
That's
it's such a great story.
That is so good.
Okay,
how you react, you'd be like, oh.
Oh, wouldn't you be like, oh yeah, well your dog pooed? But it's like, Jesus, I didn't know the dog had corn and shats was so big. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm talking to. 1 second, Tim.
Yeah, okay.
No, stay on the phone. I'm wrapping up the podcast. Thanks everyone for listening. Goodbye.